you can present yourself.
I think her connection,
Yeah,
she had a problem with the connection, or maybe splitting the rooms.
maybe.
Let's wait a little bit.
She's gone.
Yeah, she's coming
Yes,
back.
I'm back.
Where were
Everything
you?
just closed here. I don't know what happened, but okay, I'm back. So now I will put some these more rooms. Just a second. Okay. So you have the questions here. I will send again because I don't have. And see you in some minutes, like 40, 45 minutes. Just present yourselves and try to follow the dynamic. I think you got it. Okay. See you. Fernando and Victoria will stay here with me. So Victoria, could you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Victoria. I currently live in Florianopolis. I'm a front-end developer, but I'm not working with it right now. On my free time, I like to rollerblade. I like to go out with my dog. I'm a host here on TNT on Tech Talks every Thursdays at 7 p.m. And also I'm trying to learn French.
Really
That's
good.
it.
Yes. The company that I work is from Florianopolis, and it's amazing when I go and visit. I love the city. It's a beautiful and nice city. And you,
Yeah, I love here.
Yeah. Really good.
Well, I am from Brasilia. I am 33 years old. I work in a government agency in the environment protection field. But actually, I am graduated in languages. And I also have a post-graduation in English teaching methodology. And I have this goal to start giving English classes next semester. I really love studying English. I really like this languages world. And I also want to start studying French very soon. I think it's very beautiful how it sounds. And yes, basically that's it.
Really good. I during the pandemic I started to study French on Duolingo, and I participated in some meetings on TALKNTALK. And Cultive, I don't know if you know, but Cultive is a platform where you can have classes. It's recorded classes, but it's good because it's simple and it's free, and it's good to study here on TALKNTALK as well. But at that time, I chose Cultive to study, but I just know the basic. And we have the second question is choose a person and asking him a random question. So the random question that I will ask, you can ask later, but the first is, why do you want to study French? The both, because both said about this. Victoria, you can start.
Okay. First of all, I think French sounds so fancy. The language is so beautiful to hear, and I think it's very interesting because it's very, very different from Portuguese and English as well, because since we're kids, we have basic English in school, English or maybe Spanish. And that's something that I found very different. And I didn't start studying French because, oh, I have a dream to go to France and meet Paris. I do want to go, but that was not the reason. I guess it was something different that I could do for myself to challenge myself to learn another language besides English that most of the people already know the basics at least. So I wanted to try something different, and actually I fell in love with the language. I love it so much, and I want to take my studies more serious because I actually don't have the time to sit and study every week like I would like, but I'm getting into it.
Yes, I would like to have more time during my day to do more things, but we need to put or organize the day, the week to put effort in these other things, but it's difficult. And you, Fernando?
Well, I will copy the Victoria answer because it's exactly the same. I think it's so beautiful. I don't know anything of the language, but I think it's beautiful and it's good to hear. I don't know, and also because it's different, as Victoria said. I sometimes I say how long I've been studying English, or when somebody asks, "Oh, I've been studying English for 4 years, a little bit more than 4 years," but not true, because we have been studying English during all our lives, in a way, or yeah, it through words like mouse, internet, and a lot of things. So it will be something totally different, totally new, and different as well. It's not English that all the world speak, and Spanish, I think, is very similar to Portuguese. Don't understand very well, but that's it. More because of the way that sounds.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree. When I decided to start was because I had more time, of course, because pandemic, and the fancy way that French sounds, and it's different. It's not everybody that wants to study and understand, and I don't know, it's like just the feeling of the different way and the soft way. People seems more polite when talking in French. I don't know. And the music, the movies, the series are good to listen. The people talking and you read the subtitles. It's just a feeling. I think it's good to study and to understand French. Do you want to ask another question? Something random, different?
I'd like to ask you a question, Anna.
Okay.
How did you start here on TNT, and what's the most difficult part you've been through?
Okay, I started during the pandemic as well. I discovered TALKNTALK when I think it was just on Tuesdays at night. And during the pandemic, Philip spread the times and started to had to have more hosts to handle everything. And I think I was like as a participant, And then I was like every day, every meeting, and loving meet people. And Talk and Talk is what I needed, is what I need every day. Like, I need to communicate with people. I need to talk in English, and I need to know how have a relationship with people in general, not in my house or my job, but living in society. And I think I have this here. So when in the past, I look for Talk and Talk and being a hostess as an opportunity to have these skills. So I decided to be a host because I had to help another hostess. I think it's Sophia, the name of her in the long time ago, but she had a problem, and I just enter and start the meeting. It's similar what happened here. I just follow on the chat, and I was the host that day, even though I didn't know what I was doing, but I started in this way. And why I'm here is this. I love talk and this communication and understand each people. And the challenge, I think, is when you don't know something, like I'm putting my face here, I make a lot of mistakes. And you know that you don't know everything is a challenge. And being in this place that you don't know, and need to assume that you don't know, I think it's a challenge. And when the internet or everything don't contribute with the meeting, I think it's another challenge. I don't know if I answered the question.
You did.
Right. And I will deliver the question. Why? How and why do you like to be here?
How it was last year. I was passing through a process to work in a company, and to sum it up, the person that was the HR guy from the company, I was talking with him through LinkedIn, and I saw that he liked the few posts about TNT. And I saw this guy talking about Talk and Talk and let's speak in English. And I thought, oh my God, let's see what this guy is like. Let's see if it's interesting. I want to know what he likes, because I was going through this process to get a job. And I went to Phil's profile on LinkedIn, and I subscribed to an immersion, and I thought it was so many people on the first room. I guess was about 25 people. Yeah. And I wrote a post on LinkedIn talking about my experience and how was it, and that I really liked. And then later, a few weeks later, I made an English proficiency test, and I posted on LinkedIn, and Phil sent me a text. And he talked to me, oh, if you want to know more about TNT, I'd like to invite you to participate on the platform. And we started talking, and here am I.
Yeah, it's really good. Yes.
Yeah, but I guess one of the biggest challenges for me there too. One is similar to yours, when the internet does not collaborate with us and the platform, and so bad because I get so embarrassed. I don't know how to. It's very boring. And a challenge that I always have is to make the questions and come up with new subject every week. And there are some days that I get, oh my God, I have 5 subjects. I have so many things to talk about, and the time goes by and there's another week I have nothing to talk about, and it's so hard to make the questions, but I try to deal with it.
How long have you been here? I'm sorry.
Since September of last year. I guess it's 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been awesome, and just like you said, it's good because we talk, we learn how to communicate with other people other than work and family and relationships. It's very important because it's people that we never met, and it's in English. There are some days that we're willing to speak in English, and there are some days that we feel bad, we're down, we're sad, but okay, I have to go there, I have to meet these guys. And it's always good because as tired as I am in the beginning, in the end, I always feel very happy because there are people that you begin to create a relationship here. There are people that are always here on the immersions, and it's very nice. I love it.
Yes, you have a commitment to be here. Like today, I was not in my best mood because it was a tough day on job, and I'm tired. But I feel I have 100% that in the final of the meeting I will be, I made it, and my day is better now. I can just take a shower and sleep well because I talk with people and make the difference. So I make the difference, and people make the difference for my day. So it's a good feeling.
Yeah, and it's awesome because it's people very different from your inner circle. It's not your family that has always the similar subjects to talk about, the same problems, the same news, people from your job, your friends. It's different people with different lives who lives in different cities. They always have different things to say and to bring, and we laugh and we talk about so many different things. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so nice for me too, because I work from home, I study from home, I do basically everything from home, and there are days that I barely speak because I'm doing everything here. So in the end of the day, it's good to talk to someone, and as you said, people totally different subjects, and this is so nice. I'm here since December, and I'm also a host here every Friday, 5 p.m. And it's a process because I used to be a very shy person. I am still a shy person, but nowadays I can. It's easier for me speaking English than in Portuguese. How crazy is that? Talk about feelings, talk about things that I usually don't do in Portuguese because I learned to do that in English. So it's so crazy, and TNT has been helping me a lot in this process.
Really wow, good. That's very nice. 3 hosts.
Yes, we have here a testimony, like we just said here. Philip will, I will say to him that we was here as a host, just hostess here, and we share this. I think it's gonna be good to spread this. But you said, Fernanda, about being shy. And in the beginning, like I was a lot shy, and it TALKNTALK helps me a lot with this, like to talk and to talk in English. If you know how to talk about friendship in English, we'll have words and you have material to talk, subjects to talk about anything in any language. So it's really good too. I love. That's why I'm here more than 2 years.
That's awesome. Fernando, now you gotta tell us how you ended up here on TNT as well.
Yeah, I was watching YouTube, a YouTube video, random tips, and this YouTuber mentioned she was giving like a class about something. I don't remember what was the subject, but she was explaining, and in a part of the videos, she talked about TNT, that she was here, or she was attending some meeting. I don't know. I don't remember the name of her. I've never saw her here, so I really don't know. And I wrote down the name, Talk and Talk, and after I found out here, I researched and found this platform. So it was lucky thing.
Yeah.
Pure luck.
Amazing.
I forgot to say how I discovered Talk and Talk, but I don't know if you know Ana Paula. Ana Paula Batalha is a hostess here, and she studied at the same school that I studied a long time ago, and I had her on Instagram, and she put on a story about Talk and Talk, and I just clicked, and oh my God, there is a place where you can talk in English, and at that time it was for free, so I just entered, and I think the first one was 35 people in one meeting, and it was really crazy, a lot of people, different people, but because Ana Paula, I discovered Talk and Talk.
Amazing. One of the things I most loved, and it made me feel very safe, it was in the first immersion that I was a part of TNT, that there are so many people as well, and there were people that talked perfectly, and there were people that the pronunciation wasn't so good, but they were communicating and explaining everything that they wanted, and everyone was listening, understanding. And I thought, oh my God, I can speak in English. And because I was very shy, I knew English, I understood very good, but I didn't have anyone to talk with. So my pronunciation was terrible. And I was very shy to speak in English with other people, like my friends and my family, because it's kind of strange to start speaking English from nowhere. And I didn't speak English at all. I just wrote, I just read and listened, but I didn't speak. And I saw all those people speaking and commenting, explaining their ideas and telling what they did, what they lived. And it was so fun because I felt that I could do that too. I could talk. It was safe for me because I didn't have to worry if my pronunciation was perfect, because no one cared about the pronunciation. It's silly, but it's the name. We just talked and talked a lot, and nobody was going to correct me and look bad at me if I said something wrong, if I just ramble my words and didn't know how to explain. People just, okay, take your time, explain, we're here, we're just talking, and it has to be fun for everybody. It doesn't have to be something you have to be shy about. Of course, the first times we get a little shy and we go very slow, but the more we talk and the more we see other people making mistakes, we feel more comfortable to talk and to admit that we're not perfect as well. I don't speak Portuguese perfectly. Why would I speak English perfectly? It's not my mother language. So it's very amazing.
Yeah, it's way more there and just overcome our shyness. Is this part of overcome our fear of speak? I think is the most important part. I was talking about this in another meeting that it was a question like your biggest regret as a English learner, something like that. And I said that it was because I took a lot of time studying, but like studying grammar, studying, but not speaking. And now I see that I waste a lot of time doing that. So that would be something that I would do different because especially now, knowing that there is this possibility of find other people that have the same goals and just talk and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because when we see Americans speaking Portuguese, they speak so poorly. Their Portuguese is terrible, and they are so proud of themselves to speak Portuguese. Oh, I do speak Portuguese. And there are people that you can barely understand what they're saying, but they are so proud and they do speak Portuguese. And there are a lot of Brazilians that they oh, I don't know, my English very bad, I don't know how to talk, but the person understands, the person do know how to talk, but we're afraid of making mistakes. I guess it's the biggest part. We're afraid to make mistakes because in the deep down, I guess when I say we, I'm included as well, we are a bit afraid of being judged about not knowing the things that, oh, this should be obvious, this word, this pronunciation, everybody knows this. I'm very afraid of making a mistake. I don't want to be judged and something like this. And it limits us a lot because I work with tech and there are a lot of awesome opportunities out there that they are in English, that are in other countries, that we have to talk in English and to connect with people as well. Here in Floripa, there are a lot of people who are from outside another country. And I've met a guy who was from Netherlands a few months ago, and it was very fun because I was at a bar with my girlfriend and we were drinking, and this guy, he was very lonely because nobody out there spoke in English, and he started talking with me in Portuguese, but I couldn't understand a lot, and he asked me if I speak English, and I said, yeah, I do, and he was so happy, and we were talking all night. Guys, I guess it was about 2 or 3 hours that we were speaking and talking nonstop. It was very fun. And he was happy because it was the only person he could talk with. And I was very happy because it was a real life situation where I was confident to speak, and I knew I was making a lot of mistakes. I knew that there are a lot of words that I was mispronouncing, and there are other words that I didn't know, but I was very happy because we were communicating. We were talking about a lot of fun stuff, and I felt very proud of me in the end of the night.
This is so nice.
Yeah, it is.
And when we go to other places, not just here on Talk and Talk, I think here is the first step. You come to here and to talk with different people, different parts of Brazil, and we have some people who is from other countries. But when you put this in your routine, like you go to a bar, as you said, or we go to a hostel. Hostels have a lot of people from different countries, and you put your English there, and you communicate, to understand, and you laugh a lot. You figure out that you can talk in English, you can communicate, and communication is everything. Which we receive and we give a lot with communication. And as I said, Talk and Talk is the first step, but when you put this in your routine, in a opportunity, you start to give an example to others. You can do it as well. So for your family, your relatives, a friend, I started to put this on my job. So I created CS in English. CS is customer success, is the area that I work. And I put CS in English, and people was like, I am shy. I don't know how to speak in English. My English is bad, but when they enter, talk a lot and feel comfortable. So it's really good when you say to people you can do this, and Talk and Talk again is the first step, and everything starts here, and the idea is to spread to other people.
It's a lot about the environment too, because part of this fear of judgment is because actually we know that Brazilian people like to judge.
Yes.
And they like to judge Brazilian people because, as you said, when some foreigner comes to Brazil trying to speak Portuguese, not so good, but Brazilian people encourage these people. You are doing okay, you are great, congratulations. But with ourselves, we don't do that. We judge a lot. We as Brazilian people, and this is so bad. And I think the platforms like this help to change this mindset, this poor mindset, and I hope it changed soon.
Yeah,
it's changing. It's beginning here.
Yes, and not just about English, but when you are learning something different, something about your area, about the field that you work, at school, at college, in your family, it's different when you have a comfort place. I forgot the expression in Portuguese, but in English. But when you accoll people and make her or him in a good feeling, in a good mood, in a good environment, to just do, and you make mistakes, but I'm here to help you.
Yeah, Anna, you mentioned that you were studying French on Duolingo during pandemic, and I always studied French by myself, and I never spoke French with anyone. And it was last year. This year it hasn't yet happened yet, but it was last year. I was a part on French class here on TNT. It was my very, very, very first time speaking French. And I was very, very nervous because I spoke by myself. And I was shy and I was nervous, and it was people were encouraging me a lot. and I felt very good because I learned a lot about myself, and I realized that I did know how to speak French. At least the basics I did know. And I could make a few sentences in French that I didn't know that I was able to speak. It was all rambled in my head, and I didn't know I was able to answer sentences about what I like, what I don't like, what I do, what I don't do, and do I prefer this or that? And I answered these questions with mistakes, of course, and people in the class, they helped me, and they gave a lot of tips that I could use to make the sentence more fluid, that it was more common to talk with people if you use this word, and if you talk this, if you speak like this, it's too formal. People don't speak like that just on classes. And I was very, very happy because it's a network. Now here is a place where we feel safe. And when we get that feeling, we want to make the other people, the people that is coming, new people, that to feel the same way that we do. Because I was there once. I was very shy. I was afraid that I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to make a mistake. But there are a lot of people that helped me. It was not one person. It was not two. It was a lot of people that helped me and encouraged me. And they still do that every day. And even on our group on Telegram, people, we help each other. And I can't participate. I can't lead this immersion. Please, somebody help me. And it's a very awesome place.
Yes, the idea is try to, as I said, to put this in our reality. It's so difficult, but to have this welcoming and this feeling to help, to show to the other that he can, or they can to do. So it's the how can I say this, but it's the dream place here. So
and it's nice because it's very genuine. We do want to help, and people do want to help you and to make you feel better, to make you feel comfortable, to help you if you can't be there the day you should be. And in exchange of nothing, just to be good, to be nice, to help and to make our lives better.
And we learn a lot as well. We learn about ourselves. We learn a lot of different things. And we also learn about the language we are speaking. For example, a right example that I can give you that happened right now. I wrote down a word that you, Vitória, said, which is rumble, because I don't use this frequently, this word. And it's a great word, because I would say like, oh, my ideas are mixed or something like that. But I like this word. So I wrote down, and probably will be in my vocabulary. So it's amazing how we learn here without any corrections and without judgments and those things. I really like this place.
And it's nice because if I was very conscious about what I'm saying, I'm gonna think about what I'm saying, I'm gonna formulate my sentence, I wouldn't choose this word, for example. I chose this word and I choose some others because I'm thinking very fast and I'm trying to be there with my mouth and to speak the words as fast as I'm thinking, because we can't process everything that we're thinking. We just think and talk and speak, and we try to follow the conversation, and it flows a lot because we use new vocabulary that we don't use a lot, and we just go.
Yes, really good, guys. And another random question, but similar about the subject. Do you have problems to communicate with each other, like to start a new conversation, or you meet a person and just start to talk?
With a random person?
Yes.
I'm not the first one to start a conversation. I was never that person. If there are a lot of people and I'm alone, I don't actually go there and start a conversation. But if someone comes to me, I, like the other guy that I met in the bar, I wouldn't start talking with him, but he came to me and we talked all night long. If anybody comes to me, okay, I'm gonna talk and we're gonna talk a lot, but I'm not the first person to go there and make a contact.
Yes,
And
I have
you, Fernando. Oh,
Me
sorry.
neither. Me neither. I'm not the person that will talk first, especially because I'm very shy. Mainly in person, I'm very shy. So it's difficult for me. Even when the other person starts the conversation, I take some time to get into the conversation, you know, because of this, because I'm shy.
Yes.
And you, Anna?
Yes, I asked him because I had this, not it's this difficult to start a conversation, mainly when I started to work in customer success area, because you have access every time with the customer, and I make the implementation of the software, and it's a big challenge to start a conversation. Like, it's not like, hello, let's start do it, and it works in this way. No, you need to, how is your day? How is the weather?
Yes.
How your family is doing? So you need to have a way to start in the right way to make everything comfortable. So it is a challenge since today. But I think TALK, for example, and this meeting that I brought today, it's for this reason: how to start a conversation with someone and in a random way. So what you can ask, what you can introduce. So that's why I answer. But about the question, I didn't answer. But I'm not the first one. I prefer wait a person comes to me. But today I know mainly one question, to a magic question to say and not stay in a bad situation, a bad environment. Just stay quiet. I prefer to start something in some way.
This is
I
actually,
have a lot of difficulty with that as well. How's the weather? How have you been? Are you okay? There are so many soft skills in communication that I have to work on it. And it's very hard for me as well, because I guess all of us here is a bit shy. We can talk and develop a very interesting conversation like we're doing, but the beginning is very hard to break the ice.
Break the ice, yes.
yeah, it's one of the challenges for me here as a facilitator, because in the beginning of every meeting of the emotions that I'm guiding, I'm usually a little bit nervous, because I get a little bit nervous when I will start talking to someone. This is a shy person thing. And this beginning of the immersion, when we have to break the ice, as I said, it's so difficult for me. So I feel that is TNT has been helping me a lot on this too, but it's difficult yet.
Yes. When is everybody quiet, like in the beginning today, I had to start ask random questions like about the weather, and I saw Victoria, and I think I forgot the other girl. I think is Isabel. Isabel is in the same place, so try to make a link, and
Yeah.
people start to talk, but it's not easy to catch something and make people talk.
And it's hard because as a facilitator, you have this responsibility in this meeting.
Yeah.
So when we are in
Everybody's
this
expecting from you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, guys, I will just close here the other room. But really good, really good. I think it's a process. It's not tomorrow that we will communicate in a good way. I think every day we know we know a tip, we know something that we can use, another rapport. So it's difficult.
Yeah, and you can just remember from you, it's easier to see where were you 100 hours of immersions ago? Where were
Yes.
you on TNT, your communication, and your communication outside here at your work with your friends, family, and with random people as well that you have to talk every day. Where were you? It's very different. Like you said, it's not from one day to another. It's a process. We're learning and we develop, and we're here, and it's been awesome.
Yes, thank you. Victoria and Fernando was here on the main room. As just hostess on the main room, we shared a lot. And I would like to know from Isabel, Jairo, Nayara, how was the experience? Everything went well, the dynamic, how was? Everybody can talk, you can start. Go, Isabel, I think you.
Okay. Well, it's very interesting. I think the conversation fluid very well. And it was interesting because Jairo have vocabulary extensive, so we learn new words and understand new conversations. So it's very interesting for me.
Really good. Jairo is amazing.
Yeah, I had the same feeling. So the conversation was amazing. Different point of views, people that prefer animals than people. Like someone in our group prefer dogs and cats than people, but they always try to find a way to understand, So yeah, it was very nice.
Really good. And Nayara, for you?
Yeah, for me was a challenge and was a little difficult because Jairo speak very fast and sometimes I can understand, but it's okay. For me it's difficult to talking about random things, and I don't know how can I start a conversation. So for me, because I'm shy, and for me it's difficult to do these things, but yeah, I did my best, and that's it.
Yes, that was the challenge for today, to try to see how we can start a new conversation. In the main room, we said about this, we are shy and we have this difficulty to start to talk with people. We prefer people come to us and talk and start. But when you use a random thing, when you ask about the weather, about I don't know where
The name of the dogs.
The name of the dogs. Yes, we can get some questions to ask and try to start a conversation. So thank you guys for coming. I really hope you have enjoyed the conversation. I don't have the link of the feedback, having problems here with the technology. It's part of things, but you can send me on Telegram or on LinkedIn, and that's right. Thank you and good evening. Take care and see you.